My sister says there are better ways to get someone's attention. Like that? Yeah, that works.
It's been a year since my heart completely shattered and broke. It was a chill Thursday night, November 7th, 2024. I was just randomly on Twitter watching my friends live tweet the episode. And I got distracted, and, later on I ended up finding out I didn't see any clips at all from it, but later on I ended up finding out that an article came out and explaining and saying that Buck and Tommy broke up, and I was processing a lot, and, half of me didn't want to, of course, believe it was real, but it was. And, it took me a few days to actually watch the episode for myself and, see how how it all went down, because I didn't, see any clips, I didn't know how it happened, and, stuff like that. So, and I didn't know what they were talking about that caused the breakup and, what led to it. So, we've been dealing with this for a year, and it still hurts. To this day, it still hurts. I can't tell you how many fanfics I've read, both when it's, fix it fix and, makeup fix, all of it. I can't tell you how many I've read on AO3. It keeps me sane at this point, because with the way the show is going, I've been, in the back of my mind, I've just been like, what's the point? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's gonna be officially a season, I believe, once episode 6 comes out next week, so, yeah. Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, it's been way too long. This needs to get readdressed and sorted out. Whether, it's gonna be in this season or not, I need at least a mention or something like that. Like, cause we ended season 8 with, we saw Tommy at Bobby's funeral. They didn't interact at all, which makes sense, is understandable, but I'm like, it's still kind of ridiculous. And literally the last time they interacted before that was, the helicopter chase scene in the episode where Bobby died. So, and that hurt as well, because, leading up to Bobby's death and, all of that, still hurts, even though it's been months and, it's been exactly a year since that breakup, and a part of me has never been the same since then, and, I'll randomly have these moments where I'll randomly cry. I'll just be like, why is this happening? Like, is this even real? Why is this real? There's just so much I need and want to say, but sometimes I just can't. I don't really have it in me to say it, and, I remember sitting here, watching that episode, everything was fine, until that scene. The episode we shall not name, that came out a year ago today, by the time this video's out. It still fucking hurts. Like, every time, whether I decide to go back to it, or replay it in my head, any of it, like, it still fucking hurts. Like, I just can't believe it's real. Like, we're still going through this crap. Like, I understand if it's a part of the story, like, it was meant to happen, but I'm like, for being this long, for them to finally, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I understand there are other things that they're doing in the show and stuff like that they want to focus on, but I'm like, then why create the storyline? So many questions, I don't really have the mood to say them, and, these next 2 episodes, I honestly don't think we are going to be seeing Tommy. I just don't, to be honest with you, because episodes 5 and 6 are these next 2 weeks, and then we are on holiday hiatus. Like, come on, man. Come on. There's no fucking reason you can't at least mention him, or, or at least have the character talk about it. Been through so much, both when they were together and on their own. Because we've seen how Buck's been doing a little bit, but Tommy, no, we haven't with Tommy, because he's a side character and he doesn't get a lot of screen time. We don't see him in every single episode, which I get it, but it still fucking sucks that we don't know a whole lot on his backstory, because, aside from the previous early seasons, we've seen him. It's just a lot, but sometimes things are the way they are for just no reason. Can't control it. I've been still slowly continuing to have faith in Tim and the writers, but sometimes I have those days where I question, will a miracle ever come? Like, will we, will they talk and work their shit out and try to, try again? Because especially after Bobby's death, he needs Tommy right now. With all the fucking Eddie bullshit, I just want him the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit for his character anymore. I don't give a shit for the actor anymore. Like, I still half and half of me still doesn't know what to think about the actor himself, because again, I've heard a lot of things about the actor and stuff like that, but I'm like, but still, honestly, whether true or not, I just don't give a shit about the actor. I just don't. And I just need the fucking buddy bullshit to stop, but it's not going to, because, you know, it's gonna go on for the rest of the show. Like, literally, there's nothing's gonna stop that. Like, they're gonna continue to ship it and take whatever they want, they just take it and run with it in any way they can, and just go with their fucking delusional, toxic, just minds. Like, you know, when I sit back down here and talk about it a little bit, I'm still, you know, yeah, I feel it all over again. Like, I remember simply sitting here and watching that episode. Everything was going fine until it happened, and my heart was completely broken and shattered, and I was a complete mess, and I've been depressed. I've been heartbroken for days after that, and I'm still depressed to this day and heartbroken, because I can't tell you how many fanfics I've read for them, and how many dreams I've had about them reuniting and getting back together and starting their life together and just trying again and, you know, being happy. Not everything is all what it's cracked up to be. All we can do is still to slowly continue to have hope and faith, but sometimes you will have those moments where it feels like it's not possible anymore, because, you know, because we don't know what the fucking writers are doing. They're just continuing on just, you know, the main characters, which makes sense and it's understandable, because again, the show is mainly focused on them, and they'll randomly, you know, whenever they want, just bring in the side characters in for whatever storyline they have coming up for them, and, you know, stuff like that. Or I don't know what's to come. We might never know. I would understand / kind of wouldn't if Tommy won't be in the season at all, if this season is just entirely focused on the main trio, the main gang, trying to figure out how to move on without Bobby and all that. I would understand, but yet again, I'm like, it would just be bullshit. It would be BS, but I get it. Whatever. This needs to be addressed and talked about. Like, it's been God knows how long. Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? When will this be addressed? When will this come back up again? Because it's been too long. You need to follow up on it. No matter what happens going forward, I will forever love the ship. I will forever be a shipper of them. I will just, whatever happens, I want them both to be happy in their own ways. Will it hurt? Yeah, 100%. But as long as they're both happy, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Will it take a while? Probably. Whether on screen or off screen. But at some point, they'll get there. Whether it's, you know, whether they find their way back to each other or they move on, and, you know, we only have this week's episode and next week's episode until we go on holiday hiatus. The show won't be back till January 8th, 2026. Which was honestly surprising for me to find out that they would be coming back that early, but I'm fine with it. Whatever's to come in these next 2 episodes and the rest of the season, we'll be going through it together. Happy 1 fucking year anniversary to this episode, I guess. The one that broke my heart. I'll forever just be grateful for these characters, and, you know, that I've grown to fall in love with and grown to care for. All of it. All of it. For those of you who are still struggling with this a year later, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. Let's just hope and pray for the best, whether it's this season for the future of the show. I don't know. We'll see how things play out, but I give total kudos to Oliver and Lou for performing that scene. It must have been hard. It was definitely hard for me to watch. It's beautifully well acted out. It was beautifully performed. I'll never forget it as much as I want to. I just, you know, it'll just be something that I'll forever be going back to whenever, like, you know, I emotional cry and just, you know, stuff like that. But sometimes if you just need a cry, you just need those things. So happy 1 year anniversary of this episode, I guess. Yeah, that's it.